life with regrets, death. There's people who basically lost someone or somehow in an accident or a sickness, and sometimes there's people who feel like they're alone and it's like they feel like they can never accomplish anything because sometimes it's like they feel like they have no one to to share things or ideas or whatsoever, and sometimes it's like people kind of give up on life. It's like when they lose someone that they really care or value. It's like they feel like they're alone, isolated, and it's like they don't even know who they are anymore. Sometimes I feel like there's people who feel like they're lost in life, and it's like sometimes there's like identity change. Like I said, there's people who change, and there's like it could be for the better or worse. But at the same time, it seems like a lot of people sometimes they can't. It makes it like I said. Some people take the worst because sometimes they blame themselves. Sometimes they feel like they could have done something. They could have changed it, or prevented it, or anything. Like stop it, and change their relationship with their loved ones if they had issues and stuff. It's like you can't change it. It sucks. It hurts and stuff. And sometimes it's like even though you may say some things you might not mean it, but same thing deep down is like you gotta understand that not everything's gonna go the way you want it the way you want it to be. Like I said, it may never work out. And like I said, I experienced family members who died, like my nephew. It was like it bothered me. Like in 2012, it's like I never got to see him alive I never got the chance to hold him when he was alive or see him. It was like the only time I ever saw him when they already announced he pronounced dead, and it was like it affected me as a kid because it was like I was like the only member in the family. In my family, like I never got the chance to see him when he was alive, my own nephew, and he was like the only nephew I ever had, and it's like it bothered me. It was like I lost him. A couple years back, it was like I lost my grandma back in Guatemala back in 2000 and I believe in 10 or 11. Like I never got the chance to see her, and it's like people. There was a kid in school that made fun of my grandma, and I told him to stop, and it bothered me. I ended up choking the kid because I told him quit making fun of my grandma. Like I never saw her. Like I never got the chance to see her alive. Never got the chance to meet her, and it's like you're making fun of someone who I never even got to see. And it's like it bothered me. It bothered me as a kid. It's like even though I always told myself as a kid like I never wanted to really go see Guatemala. At the same time, it's like you shouldn't talk about my family member like that, knowing that they passed, because it's not good to disrespect the dead. And like I said, and there was a time I felt like I was selfish. I never told my brother or mom, but there was a man who always kind of always felt like he was more like a more like I could say uncle or grandpa in a way, because he saw us we how we grew up, and he was there for us. And it's like when my parents were like out of town or anything, he always checked upon us. And it's like when he passed, it's like I don't know, I felt like selfish. It's like it was like I didn't like myself sometimes. It's like I that day like think about it now, it's like I was selfish. It's like I could have went to his funeral, could have went to, but I made an excuse saying that I was going to work. I'm tired. In reality, I wasn't. The whole thing I did it was, I started playing video games. It's like I didn't. It's like I was selfish. I feel like it's like I didn't care. And like I hate myself for being that person. It's like I should have went. It's like he was a person that was always there and checked on my us. And like I said, he was like a grandpa or uncle to me. Like I said, and it's like I should have been there. Like I said, he's the only person I should have been there, like to his friends. Like I had opportunity, but I didn't. Like I said, I hate myself for using the excuse, saying that I was tired. In reality, I was just playing a video game, which I should have never done that. It was a selfish of me to do that. It's wrong. It's like looking back at now. It's like it's wrong of me that I did that, and it's like I got no one to blame no one to blame from but myself for making making those decisions in life. It's like I should have never done that. Same thing with his son after he passes. It's like I should have went, but I didn't. Selfish again. Like I said, I didn't really think. I didn't like. Sometimes I feel like I didn't have no care in the world, but sometimes it's wrong. It's wrong of me that I did that. Like I said, even though I was going through hard times and stuff, but it's like I should have showed that I cared and loved those people who were there for me. And it's like I was selfish. And it's like, and I hate myself. And it's like I gotta take responsibility to like blame myself. Like I said, making those choices in life. And it's like I got no one to blame but myself. Like I said, I made excuses. Even though I'm like 25 right now, but this happened like back in 2022, 2021 or 22, somewhere around that time, or 20. Like I'm not sure what year, one of those 3 years. I'm not sure, but like I said, now that I'm older, and it's like I gotta think, and it's like I realize now that I was a selfish person. All I cared about was about myself and how I enjoy my day. That's it. And I should have never done that. And like I said, people who feel like when they lose someone, they feel like something inside of them, like they're empty inside. They feel like no, like it's like they're not even there. They don't even know who they are anymore. They feel like they're lost. They feel like they don't know what to do in life. They don't know how to do things, and they feel like they want feedback sometimes. It's like you can't get that. But like I said, you gotta accept someone's death in a way. Like I said, it hurts a lot, and sometimes it's hard to let go, but sometimes like the person you love and lost, at least you cherish what the moments that you had, but same time you gotta let yourself grow. It's like you can't always beat yourself down and feel like you can't do nothing. It's like whatever they taught you or told you, always keep in your mind. And sometimes life could get better and stuff, and there's always gonna be people probably who fill that spot. Sometimes, and not saying you're replacing that person that you lost, but there's always gonna be someone there for you or support or fill that spot where they feel like you can feel like complete again, or feel like your normal self again. Because like I said, you can't let that or anyone's passing affect you in life, because there's people who've become alcoholic or or having like drug addiction, or self-harm themselves just because they lost someone. It's like, don't do this to yourself. Just don't, because you're just basically hurting yourself. And at the same time, it's like the person, if even the person that you lost and you love and care about, they wouldn't want that for you. It's like they wouldn't want that for you. They wouldn't want you to end your life whatsoever, or harm yourself, or change the person you don't want to be. Like I said, they wouldn't want that for you. And like you gotta remember that people go away for reasons. And it's like, even though it hurts, like I said, it hurts to sometimes let go. Sometimes like it's fate, whether we like it or not. It's fate. Same time, death is always around, and it's like we never know when we're gone. Might as well just enjoy life, enjoy the time that we have on this earth, and then Like I said, you gotta enjoy it in life. Can't always, beat yourself down, or, feel like you're isolated. You don't know what to do with yourself. Like I said, there's sicknesses that happen, and like things could go wrong without you realizing, or accidents that happen, because you're not always going to be with that person 24/7. Like I said, everyone ends up dying, whether we like it or not, as human beings. But like I said, everyone has time. Everyone has their time when they go away, and it's like, surround yourself people who, like, who appreciate your presence and stuff. Be around those people. Be around other people who appreciates your presence, or, feel that, void, or whatever you call it, when you're depressed. Like I said, where you won't always have to be alone. And like I said, you gotta appreciate your happiness. Like I said, your happiness is more important. Say that your mental health, you gotta think of your mental health, because I know not a lot of people think about their mental health. Like I said, sometimes it's like we have to grow. Like, we have to grow as a person. Like, we have to take things and accept things in life. Even though, like I said, it hurts when you lose someone. Like I said, it affected me. Like I said, it affected me a lot as a kid. As a kid, as in like an adult too. It's like, it affected me. And same time, it's like, there's a reason why. It's like, I wouldn't. I told my brother before, like, I would never use suits, because I don't think the reason why I feel like people who wear suits is death. That's the only way. That's the only thing I ever saw in my life. It's like, I think of negative, and like, because of that day. It's like, when I saw my nephew get like buried. It's like, that's what I think of. I think of suits, and like, nothing positive. It's like, it's bad. That's always felt that way. It's like, I never thought suits in a positive way anymore. Even though I shouldn't think that way about suits, but like I said, that's the reason why I'm against it. Like, that's why I can't see myself with the suit, because I just think of that time and that day too. Like I said, I let it affect me. Sometimes, like, I gotta grow as a person. There's like things happen in life, like whether I like it or not. But sometimes, like, the people who I love, who want me to do better, want me to be success, and want to make changes in life. And that's what I should do in life. I should make those changes. And I should take everything I learned, all the negative stuff that happened, everything that I experienced in life, or people who shared their life experience with me. I should like learn from it and talk about it and help others. Like I said, this was a topic that I thought about like 2 to 3 days ago, and same time today too as well. When I was at work, it was like there's people who, sometimes feel like death death someone's death affects them in life, and then sometimes, like, they struggle, to overcome, because at the same time, it's like, there's people who lose their mom, and it's like, yeah, I understand, she's your mom and she raised you, she gave birth to you, but at the same time, like, it hurts, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta let it go. You can't always be yourself, even though she's your mother, but at least she raised you, she gave you opportunity, she, she may teach you, like, the value of life, and taking responsibility, and becoming a mother. Like I said, same thing with the fathers too. There's dads, there's brothers, there's sisters, you name it. Like I said, there's always going to be someone who teaches you something in life, and you gotta appreciate the value of life, and same thing, you gotta take care of yourself, and you gotta, like, care about your happiness, what makes you happy. Because like I said, you can't always be down, feeling miserable, sadness for someone's death, because this is, like I said, they wouldn't want you. People wouldn't want people that you love or care about, who you lost. They wouldn't want that for you, and you wouldn't want them to feel the same. if you're the one that passed away. Like I said, like I said, leave it as that. You wouldn't want people feel that way for you as well. You wouldn't want them feeling miserable or, like they're alone. Like I said, there's always going to be people who fill that spot. Even though I'm not saying we're replacing that person, but like I said, they're always going to be there for you and watch out for you. Not everyone is gonna, end up dying. It's not like everyone's gonna end up losing them, feeling like you're all alone. No one's gonna want to be around you. It's not that. It's like I said, it's fate, and at the same time, time has been going fast. As you get older, it's like time is speeding up for us, and it's not giving us a break. Like I said, the years have been fast. I don't know, I feel like since 2020, it's like during COVID, like everything went fast, and it was like us as human beings who were born, like feel like time is catching up with us. At the same time, you gotta remember this: enjoy life, appreciate life, appreciate the value of life, appreciate the people who gave you knowledge, appreciate the people who were there for you, and the excitements and enjoyments that you have, the adventures that you have. You gotta enjoy that as well. Like I said, death is like, it sucks that death happens everywhere, and it sucks that not all of us are immortal. Like I said, it sucks that we're not immortal, but at the same time, it's like Jesus Christ, he gave his sin, like he sacrificed himself for our sins and stuff. But at the same time, it's like we gotta accept that we all sin, we all do these things, and that sometimes sometimes when death happens, it's like it affects us as human beings. We all do sins and stuff. We might make choices that we might not even would have done, or like I said, we would have done, or done. Oh my jeez, I'm already messing up my words, but yeah, like I said, I think I say that word too much times, but yeah, you got oh my jeez, I'm already messing up, but yeah, you got to remember, more of the story is that nothing always gonna be negative in life. There's always gonna be a positive person in your life, and to fill your void, don't ever feel like death is near you or death is everywhere. Death is gonna take everyone from you, because like I said, there's a time and place. It's not like it's gonna happen anytime quick or soon. It's not, and that's about it, I would say. So see ya.